Oh look, just like fucking Richmond.
You can eat every inch of my asshole.
How long is your asshole?
It goes up to my mouth. I am a tube.
It's not all asshole, Aaron. Your asshole is a plane. It's a two-dimensional plane.
Where does the hole end, and yeah, where does asshole end and the mouth hole begin?
Well, the hole is where it ends.
Well, did you know?
If you jump into a hole, Jeff.
Yeah.
And you say this hole is like 30 feet deep. You're in a hole.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my asshole does go.
So what the fuck are we talking about? Bro, what the fuck?
My asshole, it does go in, out, around, and about.
No way.
All over the outside of your body. Yes, I get it.
So are you saying you're a donut?
Yes, people are donuts. Is this news?
What? My mind's blown. I did not
Your
know
digestive
this.
tract is outside your body.
What?
Much like the hole of a donut is outside the donut.
Well, what if my ass cheeks are closed and my mouth is closed?
Break text me.
Well, then you have enclosed a bubble of outside within your body.
That sounds like not how the definition.
That is exactly how it works. Yes, that is. Dr. Drew says it all the time. He's like, your digestive system is outside your body.
I would clip a battle me and Alex had, but assholes was the only thing being mentioned in the background, so I don't know about that.
That makes it way better.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, just your normal asshole talk during the race, you know?
That's fantastic.
Do you guys bleach your assholes?
If you don't want to post it, send it to one of us. We'll post it.
Oh, that'll go up at some random clip before the race or something.
Look, hey, it's snowing. Snowing. Hey, the wind is blowing. Me and Elite. Oh, we go crazy. Hey, go crazy. Hey, go crazy. Hey, go crazy. We building in Minecraft. Hey, in Minecraft. Hey, in Minecraft. Hey, hey, we going stupid. About to go dumb. About to go crazy. Yo, mama, she lazy. This beat go crazy. Okay. Hey. Wait, hold up. I'm about to spit a real bar real quick. Okay. Okay. Why does this go so hard? I can't even think of anything right now.
Dude, this world's too sick, dude. I wish. Oh my god. I wish you could like, when the people you play with it, you could like, let the world be both ears, so either you can launch it, you know.
I gotta kiss the beat.
How many laps is this? I should know this.
37. Plus 37th is the cooldown.
That's long.
I wouldn't call that singing.
I'm getting very upset.
Why are you getting upset?
I don't know, pre-race upsetness.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. It's Lee here with round 2 of the playoffs here, the championship. Shut up, Viper's dog! Shut up! Alright, so sorry for those intros in the beginning. Me and Viper, I think that was someone, Alex or Viper, have contact. I couldn't really tell what the hell was going on with that dog barking, so not a great start, but that was actually the only incident I had this entire race. Luckily, it didn't break like a front wing or anything.
Oh, my bad, Alex. Shoot.
Sorry about the intro at the beginning. I just figured I'd throw that in for the fun of it. I was gonna put those each in different videos, but I decided to just put them both up.
Engine turned off.
One of them may have been slightly disturbing. That you can thank Ajax and Stoney for that one. But anyway, we've already fought back up to P6 after that incident there. We're fighting, and we had 2 downgrades on this track. and it made a difference, man. I didn't think it was going to make as much of a difference as it did. If we didn't get the start we did, honestly, if we hadn't made collisions with Viper there, we may have not even won this race. That wasn't intentional or anything, it just happened. I didn't even know that was honestly him at first. I didn't even know. I actually didn't know who it was until I watched the clip over. But
Oh crap.
You're right, Alan.
honing in on
If you get a run, Jeff, let me
Super
know.
Fresh, I believe here.
On your left.
On the right, rocking that Ferrari looking
You
livery.
good?
He gives us the position. So up in the P5 we go, passing Los Santos Customs, and Stoney again with the pure driving, man. This week and last week, Stoney has been going in, so he's in P1 right now. Now we're trying to catch up to the rest of the pack. Somehow with Ajax, someone else, and we're up to P3 now. Don't know what happened there, but we'll take it. We'll take it. And Island, man, Island actually was really performing well at the beginning of this race. You're gonna see something happens that kind of messes him up, messed me up too. It actually messed up a lot of us. All these the guys at the beginning of the pack. You guys are gonna see what happens. It's someone not cautioning properly.
Oh
never,
shit!
Never like that.
No down. My bad, bud.
But yeah, man, we're just trying to catch Island now, and that is not normally that is not a sentence I thought I would have said. Not because Island isn't good or anything, but man, it's just normally he doesn't get up to P2 like this quick. You know what I'm saying? He had a great start. Island just really out here, and you can tell with the 2 downgrades. You can see the difference in speed that he has over me, even just through that section there. Luckily, I think me hitting these corners absolutely perfect is what's allowing me to still gain on him. As you see here, he goes a little wide there, and I almost catch his slip, but he just boosts away so quick. So I take that real inside line there, because I know if I took the outside line, I wasn't going to be able to catch his slip.
Fuck.
And Stoney actually ends up making a
Hazard.
mistake. And we're
Pitting.
looking for a position to possibly get P1 here. I actually almost hit Stoney there. That was kind of a weird situation to be in, yeah, especially with the pack being behind us too. We still got
George,
Super right
middle
behind us, I
flag.
think.
Exiting pit.
Which is again very
Thank you.
surprising, but also, ooh, George. Something happened with George. Didn't even hear a caution there. I don't know who that was.
Who's wrecked outside the tunnel?
So that was nice.
It's George.
Me.
Not gonna worry about it though. Just gonna keep moving. Ajax was asking who that was, rightfully so. There was a few incidents in that tunnel. I don't know what it is about that tunnel. Some people just could not make it through that tunnel. As you see, we're driving hard. I mean, our times are a little off. If you were to compare these to my hot lap, of course they're gonna be off though because of downgrades. But man, off for race pace, and considering we do have 2 downgrades, we were on fire this race. I didn't really make any mistakes. I was feeling real nice to the controller. You know, everything just felt nice. Everything felt perfect. I felt very comfortable. Sometimes there will be, normally every track, there's a particular section of it where I get nervous a little bit, or I kind of am, no, I wouldn't even say nervous, but kind of anxious a little bit. I guess that's the same thing. Going into the corner, I'm just a little, like every time I'm about to approach that corner, I know that corner can easily, things can go wrong, right? And I'm just kind of not as confident, I would say. It's not as easy going. I
literally just pitted in my tires.
Whereas this track, man, it's just a flow. There isn't any corner where I'm like, ah, man, this is something I can crash and lose a wing. The only corner I'd say is a challenge for me is this corner right here. This is the tough corner right here. And it's not even that tough. It's just the angle is a little interesting. So, anyway, we're catching Island now. We're going to take the right side past the nice little trees there, the nice bushes. Ajax actually changed that. It's looking real nice with the sun there, the Mother Nature looking nice. There was fire there last season and up until the race, so we were seeing fire in practice and stuff, but now we got the grass and the trees looking real cool, giving you that real hills vibe. And we take P1 now. We are in P1 only on lap 6, so very great start for us. Really able to capitalize on that early start that everyone kind of just, you know, had their own issues with the mashup. I actually didn't have the best start either, but I was able to catch right back up, luckily. So yeah, man, from here on out, you are going to just be seeing some hot lap pace. Well, for 2 downgrades. I can tell, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can just hear it in the engine too. That's what I like, is like, there's just little subtleties. Like, a downgrade, the engine doesn't sound as aggressive as you can hear it. Like, the fully maxed engine is louder in that section. It's just louder. So, you can just tell it's softer, it's not as aggressive. So, we're definitely losing some time on these straights, so we're making sure we just hit these corners perfect, which we are doing so far. We're doing real good. Come around that corner about half a second or so off of pace from what I normally am on when I have full upgrades. I'm always I always have sector times in certain sections where I like to check my time to see how different it is from my hot lap pace. We were losing most of our time.
I hit a wall.
This is where you're losing the time because you're flat out for the first like 24 seconds of this lap. You're just flat out, and that is where you're losing at least a good half second is through this whole section up until this corner. And we take that decent, a little wide, hold it together though, and now we are already beginning to perform some laps, some blue flags here coming up in a second. We got Hennessy in front of us, and he actually caused an incident as well. It's all forgiven though. I think he's already been given a penalty. It's been spoken about with the commissioners and everything of the league. I'm letting him know blue flag right now. I said blue flag. He didn't really take evasive action. He could have easily got out of the way there. So I'm like, God damn it! I got Viper on me. I don't have time for this. You know, I need to get by this
Make
guy.
announcement coming
And
out.
he crashes. And I'm just
Whoa.
like, come on, bro. And then he doesn't call a caution.
Hennessy,
right?
what the
Hazard
fuck?
turned
And he
3
drops
on
Jesus, dude.
Mike was muted.
Crash.
That's
And he
not
doesn't
the
like it,
That's your fucking responsibility.
as y'all can hear.
Jesus,
honestly,
dude.
Maybe
I'm
I
over
could have
here
said
saying
something.
that,
Fuck him out.
But that's his incident to call out. He's the one who was in the way. He's the one. I got out of the way right away.
And it's
You know.
blue flag.
Maybe I should have said something. Maybe I should have said caution
Jesus
Hennessy.
fucking Christ.
But it just had happened to me. And like they are reacting, I was still reacting. I was just
22
like, what are you doing,
27.
Hennessy? And he fucked Island over, man. Island, bro. Really, honestly, prayers go out to Island for that.
Fuck your mic,
for that.
Hennessy.
You can hear him in the. Honestly, I'm with you, Island. That was fucked. Island has having a great race, man. Island was in P2. He was the one behind me right there, and one mistake from one driver. See, all he had to do in this situation where I am right now is go to the right, where the pit is, right there, and let me pass. And that incident would have probably never transpired. That's why you always get out of the way. When someone says blue flag, you don't wait. You don't wait 10 seconds. You don't wait 15. No, you
Hazard
get
in the tunnel.
out of the way. The only incident where I can say where you don't get out of the way right away is if you're in
Clear.
a chicane or a
No,
tight
I'm so
corner.
sorry.
Right. If you're in something like that, okay,
Good.
wait till
Oh my
you're
God,
in a good spot, like,
No worries, mate.
you know,
no
off
worries.
to the left of that corner or something, or up to the left here, like, you know, getting out of
I'm
the
not
racing
really
line.
familiar with this track, so I braked a little bit too early there.
So
Okay.
a few unfortunate incidents there. They normally always happen in that
God,
tunnel.
dude.
It's always
Come
that tunnel.
on.
I don't know what it is. I think we may see one more with George. So that was unfortunate. Some people are still a little upset, like Stoney and Island in the game chat, rightfully so, because that was ridiculous. But anyway, we're chilling. This race was a kind of a cruise for us. We were just kind of cruising, but it wasn't something that we could relax because we have 2 downgrades, and you could feel it. I mean, I don't know how much you'll be able to tell from the gameplay, but I can feel it because I was running some practice with my fully upgraded PR4, and oh my gosh, just around this section mainly, this is where I noticed it through the flat out section.
Hazard
Like I'm
tunnel
already
entry.
almost a second down on speed right now. I'm normally hitting this corner at like
I like
26, 25, 26. I'm hitting that shit like almost 28. So like,
Hazard clear.
we are losing like
No
a good
spoiler.
second nearly through that flat out section, which is just ridiculous. So we're really gonna have to do our absolute most in these corners because let's see, coming around this corner, we are
God,
about
stop in a
8
tunnel
tenths
like
down
that.
going around that corner from what I'm normally on. So definitely losing a good chunk of time.
Someone just stop in a tunnel.
Apparently someone just stopped in the tunnel. I'm hearing that in the chat from our new guy, Grand. Ridiculous, man. I don't know what's going on, Grand. This shit's ridiculous. I don't know. Hey, someone is stopped in the tunnel,
Viper
but they're
50.
off to the left now, as you see. I have no idea.
Did
who
Eric
that
leave
was.
his car in the tunnel?
It's
maybe
gone.
might have.
It's good.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah, he was
Okay.
off to the left. I didn't even actually see him until just watching that replay, but he was off after that.
Viper exiting pits.
Viper's coming out of the pits right now, so that is the gap. Viper is going into the tunnel right now. That is
Like
the
Eric
gap right
flagged
now
out.
for
Does
me and
anybody know
Viper.
what position
Just
he
to
was
give you
in?
guys an
12th.
idea of how far
He was right
away
behind
he
me.
is. And
Hazard
basically
tunnel.
that corner
Hazard
right there,
clear.
that little high by that you can see, when I take that corner I just took, you can see them kind of whipping around after they go out the tunnel. So as soon as I see Viper there,
The pit,
that's how I know what things we're gonna run at the pit or something soon, you know, because that means he's starting to get a little closer.
exiting.
But until we see him there, we have a decent amount of a gap
Alright,
here.
George, blue flag.
And I'm trying to tell George blue flag now. I'm really praying he gives it
Thank
to
you.
me. He does. So thank you, George. Thank you very much. That's what you need to do. See, that's what Hennessy should
Hennessy,
have
I'm
done.
right
He had
behind you.
more than
Blue
enough
stick.
time to react
When
to.
possible.
It's how it
Okay,
is, you know.
I'm
It was
gonna
his
go
first race in a long
No,
time.
thanks.
But you should still know these
Thank
rules. But it's how it is. No reason to really think about it too much. But that is exactly what you want to do, is just get out the way real quick, and then you can get back to your racing, you know what I mean? It's most likely not going to compromise your position anyway, because everyone's
Hennessy
pace is
Teddy.
going to be really random for the most part. It's not going to be like everyone's bunched up like they are in the front pack. So you're not really messing up your race that much, you know? You might lose a second or two to whoever's behind you, but you're still probably like 10 to 15 seconds ahead of the guy behind you, you know? Whereas in first place, if you're slowing me down, I might have a 7-second lead on second, and that might go down to 3 seconds because there's someone not getting out the way, you know? That's happened to me a couple times. That actually happened to me last weekend in Vinewood with Snake. So, that's not ideal at all. That lap, that was a very fast lap for downgrades. It was still about a second off of my race pace, or my qualifying pace with fully upgraded wheels, or engines. But as you see, my tires are very worn now. That's why I hit that lap. It's because my tires are giving me an extra good 4 or 5 tenths.
My bad.
I can tell I'm definitely quicker through this flat out section. This is about how quick you are when your tires are white on full upgrades. I'd say maybe a little slower, but we're close to that pace. So that's what I like about this track too. Is although downgrades do make a difference, if you can push the car into the more worn section, they last so long in the orange and red stages that you can stay on that faster pace even with downgrades. So I was doing that. I extended, as you guys are going to see, everyone else was pitting like lap 11, lap 12. I went to like lap 16, man. And you can go longer. You can actually go 18 laps, but your last lap or two, you're not very competitive. It is possible to do a one stop on this track. I actually did it in practice because it's a total of 36 laps. You can go 18 laps per stint. It's possible, but on that 18th lap, your tire is absolutely, your front tire is like gonna pop, basically. Like it popped on the final straight for me. But you can go 18 laps, pit, and then go 18 and go to the finish. But you're gonna be uncompetitive on like 2 laps. You're basically sacrificing 2 laps of being about 3-4 seconds slower for a pit stop. So you know it's kind of a gamble there. But I decided to go with the 2 pit. I had a gap on Viper. I had enough room to make that decision, so I wasn't gonna force something like that. I had too much of a lead to give up, you know, to doing something silly like that. But as you see, most people right now, they would have pitted, man.
Yeah, sorry.
Tires are red.
No,
Nah, man, we're staying out. We're not going in the pits. What are you talking about? This is where you're fast, you know? This is where people are making a mistake. This is where you're really going to gain some speed. And I'm like, dude, I'm double downgraded. I'm taking this advantage, man. I'm taking this half a second advantage or so that this gives you, these tires, you know? I want to stay off those white tires as long as possible. So I stay out, and they're still feeling great. I mean, 2 blinks, and I mean, I'm fine. I'm like, dude, this feels completely chill. And we're going hot right now. We are on a very good lap right now. And a very good lap, even with the 2 downgrades. Zooming right now. We get that 3rd blink though, and after you hear that 3rd blink, can't be stupid. You got to go pit. I mean, if this was obviously a practice session, I'd be like, alright, fuck it, let's try it. And was that 4 blinks? Or is that the 3rd one? Maybe I didn't hear the 3rd one. I may be tripping, but damn. So we really need to go in now. Now we need to go in. It's time to go in. So we're gonna take this pit. We got a good like 15-second gap to Alex.
Alright, super. I'll wait for you.
I take the box.
Freight's
The
fast.
tires nice and fresh, and we get out of
I'm
there.
out the box.
So that's our first pit.
Okay, there's 2 cars stopped in the second straight.
And,
We
yeah,
need to give warnings, guys. What the hell's going on?
Honestly, though, Ajax is correct there. What is going on there? There are 2 cars, one on the right side and one on the left, just sitting there. Absolutely unacceptable. I think Ajax needs to get a little more strict on some of these penalties. I respect him trying to be courteous and just trying to be respectful of people being newer to the league. But after a few incidents in a row like that, some things need to be dished out. Some consequence needs to be thrown out. That makes people really think about these things they're doing on tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he is thinking this. So we'll see what happens in the next race. And we're in first still as well right now. I think we got, is that the leaders behind us, I believe? Or not the leaders, but the 2 guys chasing us for the lead, Viper and Alex.
Fake blue flag.
So we're just chilling. We see them there though, so we're like, all right, we got to get back on pace. We're gonna be kind of a sitting duck here with these white tires for the next like 2-3 laps until we can get these things at least yellow. And George, dude,
What?
dude,
Announce a hazard
dude,
if you're stopping the track.
dude.
George, give me that position, dude.
I didn't announce
And I'm
the.
just telling him, like,
I didn't
I'm
announce
just like, just slow the fuck down, George. I don't even want to have to fight you again. Give me that fucking position. And he's trying to justify himself, and there's no justifying
Yeah,
that,
what
bro.
happens?
You
It
don't-
happens.
He's saying it happens. No, that doesn't happen. That is a very avoidable
You're
situation. That
obligated
is something
to
that
warn
you
of
can.
a hazard.
You are very obligated. And it's more than just a hazard. It's the way you're doing it. Why are you slowly driving forward still? Just stop the car. I mean, that would have already been a weird spot to stop the car. But if he stopped it far enough into the tunnel on the right side, he would have been well off the apex. But he just slowly rolls into me. I'm like, bro, come on, man. So he cost me like 4 seconds there. I got Viper hounding in on my ass right now. I can't afford this. I got Flow State Racing behind me. Freaking 2 little hungry fucking dogs trying to take me out, man. These guys are hungry. They're 2 wolves hounding me down right now. I lost my teammate right now, man. I ain't got no teammate. I'm packless. I'm a loneless wolf out here being chased down by 2 hungry ass wolves, man. The rival fucking pack. Get away, man. Shit. So I'm getting chased down. I can't afford that right now, you know what I'm saying? I got no teammate to really like defend, because normally Soldier would be kind of giving Alex a little bit of trouble, you know, battling him a little bit, as we actually kind of made a little mistake there. God damn it, Vipers dog! Stop it! That dog is always barking, I'm telling you.
Free pass. Yep.
That dog's hungry too. He's like, get him, Elite,
Free
get
pass
him!
as well.
Thank you.
Anyways, enough of that bullshit. So that is, as you see, as we take that chicane there, well, someone is behind us. I don't know who that is. Is that
Hazard final
Viper?
corner.
Oh, it was Viper.
Clear.
As you hear, a hazard had occurred, so he was on us, and I think he got a little aggressive, a little antsy on the sticks, and tried to take a very aggressive line to maybe save himself a tenth or so through that chicane, and you know, just continuously close the gap. But he ended up making a mistake, honestly a crucial mistake at that. That kind of undid my incident with George, though, you know, because I would have still been like 4 seconds ahead of him in that situation. So that kind of cancels cancels each other out there. I don't know how severe his incident was. I don't know how much time it cost him. I don't even know how close he was before, but it had to be like 3-4 seconds. As you see, he's right there, man. He ain't far. So we got to keep our consistency going. There ain't no mistakes to be made here. We got to keep this pace on point. And that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm telling you, I've been feeling really good with these last few races.
Pass.
They were actually kind of surprised that I had 2 downgrades. They're like, dude, you had 2 downgrades? Like, you were kind of going fast for 2 downgrades. And I was going quick for 2 downgrades because, one, like I said, it was in those later laps when I had my tires red. And a lot of people were not pushing that far on their tires. They weren't going super hot on the tires like me. They were pitting on like lap 11. I was pitting on like lap 15, lap 16, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was so quick in those later laps. I was kind of canceling out those downgrades with the tires, you know? And then in these laps, I was just driving pretty much flawlessly. I mean, I'm not saying I was perfect, of course I wasn't. But I was driving very, very good. I was not really making any mistakes.
Bro, you are fucking bro.
I was managing my tires very well.
You almost killed me.
And now we're in a weird situation. We're in a bad situation. Luckily, it would have been George all over again. Thank God I was able to just get by George there. I get worried, man. That's the worst thing that could happen, is someone like that messes up your race and potentially your entire championship just by not getting out the way. Like, oh man, that would be a gut wrench for sure. I would really not hurt. But we got Ajax. We're getting kind of close to Ajax. This ain't gonna be an easy pass though, so I'm not gonna call out like a blue flag. I'm gonna wait till we're really close. Might take us a lap or 2. You can just tell he's just slowly gaining on the straight, but I'm kind of still gaining on him. It's my line. I'm noticing I'm taking a tighter line.
Side of this corner.
And he's communicating with me right now, telling me to take the left. I do so. And we get past Ajax here. Nice livery with you guys too with the gold. I see that. That's cool. I'm a big fan of golds on this game, so that looks sweet. You don't see liveries like that very much. So now we got Ajax behind us, which is going to be a little bit of a cushion for us if Viper gets ahead or close again. You know, we got someone behind us, and he's going to be able to keep up with our pace. He should be able to, unless someone hazards into him, like almost right there. But as you see, he's right behind us here. We're not going to really even be able to lose Ajax. This engine But if we take a tight line, we might be able to just keep him. And as you see, we're still kind of gaining barely any time. That tells you how important just your line is, you know, having the perfect line. Because some people will go just a little wider into certain corners, a little deeper into certain corners, and certain things like that may not seem like much, but they gain you just little tenths here and there, and it adds up. It adds up slowly but surely. And that mixed with good braking points, good entries and exits, not getting any wheel spin on your exits, stuff like that. Because you could see a lot of people were getting a little bit of wheel spin in that corner there. I really never got any because I was making sure to ease into my throttle every time, and that also is long term with your tire management, thus giving you more speed in the long run too, because you're getting your tires, you're keeping your tires managed on the red and orange pace longer, thereby giving you higher lap speed for a longer period of time. So a lot of things add up. There's a lot of little tiny variables. It's more than just driving quick. It's how you drive, it's how you manage your tires, where you take your line, and your line can really change your tire wear too. You know, taking a safer line, keep your tires going a little longer, or you can take a more tight line to get up to someone quicker. Do that with your own, you know. But we're catching, is this Kyle here? This is Kyle.
Hazard
so
tunnel.
We got Kyle. Yeah, we're gonna have to blue flag on soon. He's very good at this, so I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm not really worried here. He's probably the most respectable driver in the league when it comes to this. Him and Island both are just really great at this
I'm also pitting this lap, Ajax.
So I'm not really like too much worried about it, you know what I mean? I know he'll get out the way if I tell him to. So
Pass.
I'm chilling. And we're gonna wait for the right moment, and we're gonna call that out. Let me know how y'all enjoy those clips at the beginning. Just a few dumb clips. That one of them was from last night. Kyle ends up actually kind of making a little bit of a mistake. Luckily, it didn't mess me up, so we were good. We were just kind of get by him. Anyway, get back to those clips. So the race clip was one from last night. We were just messing around. Say Ajax and Stoney just being dorks. And then the second one was me and not Viper, me and Alex messing around in Minecraft about a week or so back. And he started freestyling, kind of started messing around, so I figured I'd clip that. I didn't even tell him about that, so that's gonna just be a surprise for him. So that should be fun.
Yep.
See how he reacts to that.
Yep.
And we actually got a second gap on Viper. I thought it was only like 5 seconds. I think he may have hit or something. I'm not sure.
Mini straight.
We were extending our tires a lot longer, and this is where the speed starts to come in. It's not that much here. It's kind of gradual with the orange stage, but you get a little bit of a speed increase over the white tire wear here. So I'm going a little quicker than normal. I probably gain in an extra tenth or two a lap over what I normally have. So that's kind of why my speed was still decent here. I figured that out after. I kind of had an idea about it, a sense about it before the race, but after I look back at it, I'm like, okay, that's definitely where I was gaining extra time, because I'm always looking at the time chart. I'm always looking at that shit, and I take that a little too deep. All good though. But I'm always looking at that. I'm always analyzing that, and that seemed to be the difference, was the tires more than anything. That mixed with, obviously, of course, just a good race line, but
so
we are now on
got stuck there. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm not sure who that's to. They're too far ahead. Thought we were a little closer. Oh, Super.
Super blue flag.
So I tell him blue flag. He goes off to the grass like Valtteri Bottas real quick. We got George. He also gets out the way. Perform a nice little double overtake slash lapping right there. Nice and clean, nice and easy. That's how it should be. And at this point, we are just going to try and keep this up. Viper is gaining. Gained about half a second throughout the last 20 seconds or so. So he is gaining on us.
Hazard hairpin.
Seems like he's gaining about 4 tenths, almost half a second.
Second
a lap.
hairpin.
I'd say a little less than half a second a lap. And that's just enough for us. I think that is just enough for us to keep this lead, get this win. And this is an important win too, because the next race is the last race that downgrades apply, right? The last 2 races of the season, because we have 3 left. The 2 races following next week's race, everyone's fully upgraded. Everyone is fully competitive. So I'm going to have a very strong fighting chance of winning this championship now, because of that. Because if I had my downgrade still in the last couple races, I probably wouldn't be able to win this. Unless Soldier could help me out. But with that being a thing, I have a chance here. This next race is going to be probably, it's going to be tough. We're probably going to just take P3, honestly. P3 or P4. I'm going to try and get P3 or P2. I mean, I'm going to have 3 downgrades. So I'm going to really have to work with my setups. Maybe run a lighter setup.
I don't know. We'll work around it. We'll see what we can do. We could probably get a P3 still, but we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna be able to beat Alex or Viper.
Pass.
With Soldier, Soldier might be racing, but with teamwork and communication, he probably he can. Even if he's in third, we can communicate for the championship. He'll probably give me the position. You know, still drive competitively, but just kind of lift and coast through corners and let me slowly gain on. Give me the position towards the end.
I wasn't trying to get anywhere.
If that situation happens. You know, because I'll do the same for him, and we'll talk about that if that situation even comes about.
I think I'm gonna want to verify downgrades after this race.
But Sony's asking to verify downgrades.
Sorry, that was a bad
Like, word, let's go. Because it was just me. I think he was just talking about me. Alex was actually at first was like, "Ooh, you talking about me? Do I need to get my downgrades checked?" And he's like, "No, I just want to check Elite's downgrades," which is fine. Me and AJ, I went to the free mode, called in the car, and what's it called? Ajax took me over to Los Santos. He actually has a pretty smart way of doing it. I was at the regular Los Santos. He's like, no, we're going to another Los Santos because there's like slightly different scenery and stuff. So he wants you to take screenshots.
Yes.
And
so
we had to go to different Los Santos. And I took the screenshots, sent it over to him, verified that I had the downgrades available or required. And yeah, man. So. And I would have been surprised too, but I don't know. It's this PR4 more than anything. If this was BR8, it would be a whole nother story. BR8, you can't get away with downgrades on the BR8 like you can with the PR4. PR4, you can kind of get away with a downgrade or two. If you're really fast and you can manage your pace and you can go on those hotter tires longer and you can maybe even work around a lighter setup, then you aren't that nerfed, you know, on the PR4. But the BR8, man, that's a car that really relies more on its top speed, whereas this is a corner car.
No!
Yeah, you do notice a lot of time lost on those PR8s.
Respawn coming in.
Thank God PR4 is competitive still. It was able to keep me in the fight, and I think I hear Viper respawning, so good news for us, but still unfortunate to hear.
That was the quickest I could have done it.
I know I have no idea what happened. Pass me.
Island or someone there made a little bit of a mistake. I was able to luckily just kind of slip by. And our tires are running very hot right now. We have a 15-second gap. We are going to take this pit. This is a free pit stop. We'd be fools not to pit this lap. Let's get in there, get that pit, and wrap this game up. So we pit. You guys just see, we have a weird pit here. I pitted a little less than I normally do, and I'm like, shit, did I pit enough there? And I tried to stop, and I'm like, fuck it, whatever, let's just go. That's actually fine. No, that is fine, though. That pit is a good idea, because we only got 6 laps left. These tires last forever. Plus, that'll make us quicker sooner. Put us on the oranges.
Caution, turn 1.
So I was like, yeah, that actually was a good decision. I lost an extra second or so stopping again, so I was like, fuck, I hope that doesn't screw me over, because I would be like almost 9 seconds ahead had I just went off the first
Snake, you're left down on both of us. Can you back off a touch?
I literally had to fucking...
Man, I'm telling you, people are talking about Snake. Snake's cool and all, but man, I'm telling you, I was the first to notice it in Olympic too. Fucking swerving around, not willing to give up the positions, things like that. It needs to change, man. He needs to start being more accepting of his role in the race. If he's a lap down, he needs to comply and just give up the position. We would do the same for him. It's just a respect thing, dude. You know, I understand you want to race, you don't want to get past and shit, but you're new, you gotta learn. See, I was never really in that position where I've had position. I don't know if I've ever actually had to blue flag someone before. I know how the whole system works, of course, but I've been in a position from day one where I was always competing for podiums. So, but not everyone's gonna be in that position. You know what I'm saying? See, I should have won my very first race of this league, Elysian. The only reason I lost that league race was because I did get a little nervous and I wasn't quite in my zone yet. Whereas if I had been in my zone and I'd been comfortable, I would have won that race. I was the only one that had even gotten close to the 101s. I actually almost broke into the minute flats on that track in season 3. Viper, I remember when I first talked to Viper, he was saying 102 was possible. I went a whole second quicker. I went to the 101s. So I was like, yeah, 101's are possible, baby. 1 minute, 1 minute's even possible on that track in season 3. I honestly think I could definitely get a 1 minute flat now, or at least like a 1 minute like 0.8 or something for sure. Because I wasn't soft braking or nothing either back then, or short shifting. No short shifting at the time.
No problem.
I would have definitely get it with short shift.
Oh my god.
But we got what, 5-6 laps left. We're coming to a close here. You guys should go check Alex's point of view out as well. I watched his race. He had a decent race. Some interesting situations happened on his side of things. His controller, he was having some issues with his controller. This is why I always play with my controller plugged in, man. I never play with my controller that not plugged in. I could not be dealing with a cord halfway through the race being like, oh shit, my controller's almost dead. I would at least make sure it's always charged for a race. I'm sure he normally does, but you kind of space these things sometimes, and that's why I just play with it plugged in, so I don't have to worry about that shit. And as you see, our tires are already in the sweet spot. That's why I pitted less than I normally do, because I knew we were going to some laps left, and I wanted to get to those warm tires faster on these last laps. That way I wasn't such a sitting duck for Viper, because I'm going to be on hotter pace.
Yeah, I got your controllers as well.
As you see, in like a 57.4 or something there. As soon as your tires even get
There's
like
a long gap
just
behind
barely
me. If anything
orange,
happens, I'll still
you
be
start
fine,
gaining
I think.
time. It's not till they're like dark orange, you know, red, where you gain, you know, you're starting to gain half a tenth plus. But even now, we're gaining a few tenths. So you can just feel it in the car. We are faster through this than we are on the white, but we're still slower than we normally would be by a long shot. As you see, Island there. I think I was Island and a few other drivers. I only spotted Island's gamer tag as they fly by there, and it is a cruise from here, boys. I don't think there is too much else to say. I hope y'all enjoyed that those intro clips though with Alex in Minecraft and all. The other one was a little inappropriate, but I decided to throw it up. It's a little outlandish, a little dumb, a little ridiculous, but it was funny, so I decided to throw it up. And what are we gonna get lap time here? What are we hitting? 57 low. Very good, very good. I know I'm on good pace when I'm hitting 57 lows, because that's about a second off of my my pace with full upgrades. So if I'm hitting 57s, I'm about 8 to 9 tenths off my normal pace. But that kind of evens out with the downgrades. That's about how much time I'm losing with the downgrades. You know what I mean? That's how I can kind of use the math there to think about that. So we're still losing a good amount of time, but we are keeping it consistent. We're getting the absolute most out of what we got with this car. And as you see, Viper is gaining on us a little bit, though. He's just chunking tiny bits of time at every lap. He had a few incidents, like having to respawn and crashing at one time. He could have for sure caught us. Grateful he didn't, though. This really helped me a lot. This is a huge win for me in the championship, and just a fun win and all. It was just a fun win, honestly. Plaza is just a really cool track to win at, because it's so tight and compact, and it's just really one of those tracks where anything can happen. Of course, with all these incidents and stuff, as George actually gives the position really nicely again. But yeah, it was an interesting race this week. We had some decent battles, for me personally, at the beginning, and then it kind of just turned into no man's land at the end. But that's fine. We kind of Lewis Hamilton the last bit of the race, but it wasn't an easy one. It wasn't like we were just consistently gaining time on everyone. No, Viper was right there. He was close. Like, he was hounding in. Like, if I didn't drive perfectly, he was definitely gonna catch me, you know. So
thank you, George.
The fact that I was able to extract the most of the car, I didn't crash at all. I didn't like run into any walls and have to reverse out of it or like break my front wing or anything. The only time I actually crashed, quote unquote crashed, was with incidents with other drivers. It wasn't even my own individual like mistake. It was a combination of two people, you know, and more likely than not, it was mostly on them. Not trying to point fingers, but it was, you know, just incidents where people aren't calling cautions and stuff like that.
I'm pitting.
And as you see, we entered this last lap, and look at our tires. Perfect for the last lap. Not quite red, but really worn. These tires are going to be fast, man. They're going to be fast, and they're going to be grippy. And that's going to give us the speed we need to just get the fuck out of there. Get away from Viper. You can see me right there.
Coming out.
He's passing Los Santos right now. He is right behind us. I'm like, bro, we got to get this shit done. This dude is right there. It's time to finish this race. It is time to secure this shit and get a dub. And we had Snake in front of us, and I always get worried when this dude's in front of me. I'm like, please go fast enough. I'm like, don't slow down a shit ton and like cost me to get fucked over. Viper's right there, man. I'm like, just stay at a good pace. I don't even want to have to pass you again. Just get the race done. And he luckily does so. He doesn't crash here or anything like that. I always get so nervous when I'm approaching this dude because I'm like, oh fuck. Especially when Viper's right there. I'm like, Viper's right behind me.
Thank you.
But that's the end. That is where we got the final lap.
Viper P2.
I got P1, and we didn't have to worry about passing Snake. And that was good. I was happy. I was relaxed. I was able to kind of just relax, put my feet up, just be like, all right, we got the win. Because I was a little anxious, not gonna lie, those last 20 seconds or so with what's his name being there, Snake. But I slowed down. I ended up just kind of going on a cooldown right here. I'm not even really driving quick anymore. I'm just chilling, lifting.
Hitting.
And yeah, just hanging out, letting Viper kind of catch up
Give him a nice little
Hazard,
wave.
chicanes.
I just was
Good little
Bro, you
race.
should sit here for a whole lap.
Viper just kind of shoots it by though.
Anything
He's like,
fits?
thank you.
Fuck.
And then he gives it
That's a
back.
blue flag, Hennessy.
But
That's what that is.
yeah, man, that's
Sony
the race.
P4.
I think Stoney just got P4, so Stoney's been doing some pretty good results from Stoney the last few races. It's been fun. It's been fun seeing him do good. I like to see more drivers get more in the field, the game, and start to get really good at it. I can tell he's getting better with every race. So we pull into
Kyle,
the
whenever
pits
you want it, you can
as
have
we
it.
wait for everyone
Okay, I was gonna wait till the hairpin.
to get done and line up. And that's the race, man.
Oh crap.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the commentary here.
I'm sorry.
I hope you guys enjoyed that shit.
No, I want
I hope the
P5.
intro clips were
P6.
okay,
Yeah.
especially the first one. But yeah, man, that's P1 for us. And I'll go ahead and throw up the results in the championship, the current standings.
You're
I
on
did
there,
that
Alex?
back at Olympic. I haven't done it
No,
in a while. But
my race is over.
I'll throw that up and let y'all just watch the rest of this. So thank
Just
y'all
getting
for
out of
watching, and
everybody's-
I will
Did
see
you
you
shoot
guys
behind me?
next week.
Yeah,
Peace
yeah,
out,
yeah.
everybody.
I'm just getting out of everybody's way this racing.
Yeah,
But
same.
I'm done.
I ain't got the right
Wow,
settings on
P7.
these cars, unfortunately.
My bad. I'm in your way. Sorry, name.
I missed the pits.
Hazard coming out of tunnel. Clear.
Bro, Viper, how many laps did we battle? That shit was-
Did we battle?
Yeah.
At least like 8.
8? Damn.
Just reset, Stoney.
Skateboard, Tony Hawk.
Oh, there we go.
Nice, Jeff.
And
A DNF's on, by the way.
no, that's why it's an extra lap. Don't. Oh yeah, don't finish. Don't finish. Don't finish. Come to the pits, like now.
Oh, okay. No, mate. Yeah, cool.
What lap are you on?
Alright, yeah, cool.
31.
Oh, damn. Keep going.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good game, well played, Ajax. If only you didn't have to pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I missed it.
Yeah, Alex, I don't know this track at all, so.
You're all good, bro. You're all good.
Did anybody manage to do only a 2-stop?
I did.
I did.
I did.
Me and Elite.
I think.
Sounds like most of us did, unless it was for damage.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
Elite,
did, I did
if my...
3.
There you go. Dude, Elite, if my thumb did not slip off my joystick going into the right-hander after the tunnel, I was catching you like crazy.
I literally, my charger was on the floor. When I went over the wall, that was me going down to get my charger and coming back up, and I seen a wall in front of me because I thought I had no
cartwheels.
Bro, I'm talking about. I literally did a cartwheel over the wall. Like last season, Ajax literally threw Justin over the wall. No, actually, what made that worse is because me and Elite already had wrecked, and then right after that, I tried to keep going, and then I just see a fucking my teammate just flying in from over the wall. I'm like, how is this happening right now?
Playing dodgeball with F1 cars.
But yeah, Elite, I was catching like 4/10 a lap.
Hennessy, what lap are you on?
I'm finished.
Okay.
Before the pits, I was like 4 seconds away from you, and I was catching 4/10 a lap, so I knew I was gonna catch you by the end of the race.
I told you
But I
those
messed up.
downgrades. Crazy.
Alright. So,
Yes, too.
Great race.
what's the word?
Yeah, top 8, we're all within a minute. It's pretty cool. Oh wait, that's not true.
So for a debrief, does anybody here, like any core drivers or anybody who's with us with any regularity, anybody else need the whole track selection process explained to them, or do we all understand it?
I'm good. I understand it.
Shortly put, each of the core drivers just votes, and that's it. The new system.
Send me the list.
Another system, yeah. Yeah.
Alright. I guess everyone except for George is here then?
Yeah, literally, I'm very sorry that you have to sit for all this. I should have been way more prepared for this.
Yeah, we can go ahead and sit the position.
Oh, please do, bro. Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Just get it done now.
So...
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
I mean, not Elite Viper. You're so pro.
That's what I call an epic gamer move.
That's so stupid that should be official.
What? What just happened?
I crashed into the start-finish post.
Alright, it was Elite, Viper, Alex, Sony.
No.
Okay, so... Should I do a podium ceremony, or should I start a playlist of the candidate tracks?
We can do the ceremony or the tracks. I want to see some of the tracks, so.
Because I want everybody here to be there.
By show of groans, who is going to attend the podium ceremony?
Not sure on my end.
No.
I heard 4 groans. By show of groans, who would attend the playlist of candidate tracks?
Save your clips if you do this.
I'd rather go to the Diamond Ring, because that's traditional.
How's that
Oh wait,
traditional?
what's next? No, it's not. Zero Gas.
Zero gas.